about to go. They're doing that.
Have you ever thought about running for public office? Would you like to make speeches, organize volunteers, design logos and mail pieces, talk with people in your district, and meet public figures? The Humanities Mass Communications Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Peter Farnsworth, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Director. All of the people involved with this program are students in a television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes, working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 3 different productions. This will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they are planning, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Today's guest ran for state senate last year as a first-time candidate. His experience in the campaign gave him a new appreciation for the techniques of public communication, especially the role of television. Please join me in welcoming John Hartwell to the next new directors. So, welcome to the show, John. Most of us see politicians at a distance, usually on TV, and I've most often wondered what motivates them to run for office. This was your first time as a candidate. How was it?
Well, it was really an incredible experience. I'd worked in politics and campaigns before, but always in a staff position. But now it's very different to be out front. The first thing you have to learn is you can't be shy. You're asking people to vote for you, and so you have to be definitive and confident. You also must be able to motivate and organize volunteers and work with designers to develop memorable graphics. You need to get out and talk to people. And if you're lucky, you might get help from some people who've been very successful. All in all, though I lost the election, I had a great time and I learned a lot about the process and about myself. It's a tremendous rush to have someone come up to you that you don't know and say, I voted for you.
Wow, that's very interesting. Well, I'm sure media played a very important role in your campaign. I understand that you brought a clip of your campaign commercial. Was there something that you'd like to tell us about it?
Sure, I'd love to. Let's watch it and then I can tell you about how we did it.
What the heck is going on? John Hartwell understands why you're mad. Really mad. That's why he wants to be your state senator. John Hartwell will bring smart change to Hartwell once he gets there.
I'm John Hartwell, and I approve this message.
I was fortunate to have 2 professionals on my team who donated their time. Dave Goldenberg, who had the idea and wrote the script, and Stephen Bauer, who shot and edited the footage. It took them 3 days to make a 30-second spot, which was the first time I understood how technical and time-consuming the whole process is.
Yes, that's very true. Now, did this experience have anything to do with why you decided to take the TV production course?
It did, in fact. I enjoyed being on television interview shows during the campaign, and I must have done 4 or 5, along with a couple of radio interviews. After the campaign, I thought about doing my own show on cable access, but quickly realized that I didn't know enough about the medium to do the kind of job I wanted. When I learned that NCC offered this course, I signed up immediately.
Yes. Well, why don't you tell us about some of the productions you created for TV1, the action sequence, Guns and Hoses, and Where's My Orange?
Sure. The action sequence was our first try at filming a storyline. Here Byron is getting a soda at the snack bar, and my job was to film the action from different angles using close-ups and medium shots. I think the woman who worked in the snack bar was a bit surprised, but pleased when I asked her to be in the scene. Guns N' Hoses was our introduction to editing Avid, and here we all used the same pre-shot clips and strung them together into a 30-second spot. We learned how to apply effects, such as dissolves between clips, to create picture-in-picture, and to add titles. The final project was Where's My Orange? The sequence comes at an end where Byron's orange, which had mysteriously appeared in the lab, just as mysteriously disappears when he's about to eat it. As he leaves the library in disgust, he sees the oranges everywhere, taunting him.
Well, those are all very interesting and well done. Now, what was your favorite project out of all those?
I'd have to say my favorite was the nature project. We were told to capture the essence of winter, and I chose to film on the campus of the school where I live in Westport. Technically, the assignment covered things like rack focus, where the focus shifts from an object in the foreground to one in the background, framing shots, the impact of various lines on the viewer, the rule of thirds, zooms, and the poor man's dissolve. We're spending a long time here on this first shot.
Wow, it's a very interesting looking shot there.
These are lines of grace. There's a certain bleakness at the end of winter. And here are some of the lines, vertical lines, which are very strong. This was for framing. And here I decided to get in the picture myself. These are some of the natural lines that you find around a campus.
Well, that's a very beautiful nature project that you have there. It's quite a campus. After learning how to shoot and edit these projects, what would you like to create next?
Well, I'd like to think more about organizing my own show, possibly doing man-on-the-street interviews and see what people are thinking about current issues. I'd also like to get involved in the media side of campaigns for other people. I think there's a lot of opportunity at the local level to make this stuff more professional.
Today we got to meet someone who knows political campaigns from the inside and who wants to use what he's learned at NCC in future campaigns. I would like to thank John for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Peter Farnsworth. I'm your announcer, Chris Olson. This has been a Norwalk Community College student production.